All right, thanks to Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini Trojan Aluminium ARC General Maintenance and Solely Designs. This is a Crowject podcast, a special bonus episode. It's the Port preview game for our grudge match in the Showdown 56 against the Port Adelaide Power. We're not going to refer to them as Port Adelaide Football Club or anything else like that, but we are in esteemed company with a enemy of the pod, or friend of the pod. Enemy of the pod's more for Harry Wall as well, but a good friend of the pond and a good friend as well, Jack Hudson. Jack, how are you?
Yeah, going well. I thought, last time I reckon I rocked up to a Crowject event, I was put into the Crowject onesie, and I had the Crow head on, so the famous photo of me and the TNs, real Eshe vibe. So I decided to counteract that with a very aggressive Thunder Power onesie, where his eyes are that red that they're staring into your soul, so... Usually I'm rocking a suit when I do the big deal with Treaders, but this is completely different.
No, that's fair. And look, how long do you think it's been since Thunder Power has slept?
I don't think he's ever slept since birth. Obviously he went through that very angry phase for the majority of his life to start with, and then obviously he got handed some pingers, and he has no idea where he is.
Okay.
He is off with the fairies, old Thunder.
No, he is. But, hey, it's only 2 sleeps till Christmas for him, so good for him.
Yeah, literally.
Now, tonight we're just going to go through the teams as well and go through some of our thoughts in regards to the news as well. But we're also going to go through some of our favourite or not so favourite memories from a Showdown point of view and play them as well live and go through our reactions of as everything's happening too. So hang around for that. Big thank you to our patrons, patreon.com/Crowject. And of course, you can get all of your Crowject merch and we go Crom merch at crowject.bigcartel.com, which Jack has not bought at any point, you bastard.
Yeah, my bad.
But hey, look, where can we find you, Jack? You were on... What are you up to these days?
So obviously since Sanctum sort of shut down earlier this year, just doing the big deal with Treaders. That's sort of the main thing I do with sports media. I've sort of taken a bit of a break to that and doing some marketing real estate wise now. So leaving the sports and media phase behind and just watching everything behind me sort of go up in flames, looking at the poor old Adelaide 36ers this week. So there's one way to take the Showdown off the front and the back page.
You know... I forgot to ask you off air about that. Damn it! I think it's a wine talking as well. Both of us are currently drinking. What are you drinking, sir?
So I've got a Penfold Shiraz.
Oh, bloody!
Yes.
Yeah. I've got a plonk. I don't know what it is. I just
plonk.
Ran out it open. I was just like, yeah, all right. Oh, look at, geez, Jack's necked that one. Good job. Do you have any cheese in a toddler's platter as well? I don't know. Head over to YouTube as well to see the live stream of the cheese cutting. 2 of my dogs who can't catch. What a dickhead. Anyway,
that's real. It's great.
Yeah, that's content, baby.
Yes.
So look, Jack. Showdown. It is a Port Showdown as well.
Yes.
There's a lot riding on this one for you guys, and not a lot for us. But
what are you talking about? I thought it was your grand final. What do you mean? That's your grand final this week. You hold up a cup at the end of it. You do a parade through the streets.
It's the little cup as well. It's better than the AFL Women's Showdown, which is the platter as well, which I think has been retired. It's been placed under probably the pot plant in behind you, probably just to hold water or something else like that. Because seriously, that platter was Yeah, but they did want to call it the Nadia Bartel platter, but that's a different story. Now, real quick, Jack, your thoughts on Showdowns. What's some of how do you approach this week, whether it's a home Showdown for you guys or an away one?
I hate Showdown week. Because it's full of just sheer stupidity from both sides of supporters, and you just want to punch everyone out, supporters, don't you? But I'm quiet throughout the start of the week, and then once it gets close to the game, then I start stressing. And like the last 3 Showdowns, obviously we've lost, so I'm just like sort of resigned to the fact that I'm going to end up in tears. So that's sort of how I'm approaching it. Anything more than that is better. So in my mind, I can't lose apart from the fact that we can lose a lot.
Yeah, so you expect nothing, and anything better than that is a net return.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's a nice way of approaching things with supporting this club.
I mean, look, I expect to lose every away showdown. Full stop.
Oh,
And I mean
okay.
that in all seriousness. Like the first showdown that you guys, I think you had the first showdown last year where it was neck and neck, and then we pulled away. I was 100% convinced we were going to shit the bed in the fourth quarter, but then it turned out you guys did the pooping.
We did very well.
Thank you for that. But most of the time, no, it's not going to happen. I think the 2022 showdown where Robbie Gray played his final game, fantastic play. We got free tickets to that game, myself, Layden and Damon as well. And I can say hand on heart, I was expecting to lose by about 65 or so, and that's what happened. So
Always
went
good
in
with that.
expecting nothing and didn't walk away disappointed. At least we're able to walk away and not get mugged. So
Yeah, that's always a nice surprise.
yeah, it's always a nice one. Now, if we look at you guys on the ladder, where's the bloody ladder here?
You have to look far down. We're only second.
Yeah. Where are we? Oh, shit.
Ain't that it?
Now, we're coming in with a head of steam, aren't we, with our single win versus you guys with 3 on the trot. 4 on the trot, actually. Apologies.
Wow. There you go.
And how does that make you feel confidence-wise, given that, percentage, your percentage ain't fantastic, but even compared to the rest of the comp, it's quite balanced.
Could be in a worse spot. Like smacking the living lights out of Sydney helped. So
Yeah.
I don't really know what to expect. Like I feel like if we win this, we should win in Perth, and that's probably guaranteed top 2 at worst top 3, and then travel to Melbourne to probably face Geelong. So I'm feeling all right. Like I feel like with you guys actually beating the Bulldogs last week, it gave us somewhat of a safety blanket for top 4.
Yep.
I felt, especially with the fixtures that some of these other teams have. So I don't know. I'm feeling okay, but I've learned not to trust any sort of okay feeling, because as soon as that happens, I get punched in the face of reality. Really.
Very true.
All good.
It always happens. Now, let's look at the selections for the Crows as well. Big surprise, Taylor Walker out with his dicky eye as well. Something about him and Rory Sloane hanging out together and their love for all things eye surgery. Oh, God. Yeah. That was it. Did you see that hit that Tim English gave? That was just completely unnecessary.
I didn't see the hit, but I saw after the game, because usually when the Crows are winning by some margin, I kind of turn the TV off and find something else more entertaining to watch. So, like 7 News, something a bit more cheerful, like when there's murders and all that sort of shit happening. So, obviously lighten the mood.
Beautiful.
But, Jesus Christ, that's real dark. But, I saw his head afterwards. I'm like, oh, geez, I thought someone was actually taking the mickey when they said, no, his retina's been smashed around. And, he looked awful. So I was like, once he was ruled out, I kind of felt a bit better, because he loves playing showdowns. And especially recently, loves slapping us around for shits and giggles.
Yeah, the way he towed up a semi-concussed Aliir last year. Yeah. Now
that game sucked.
Yeah, no, it was great. Good memories. Lockie Gallant comes in after he kicked a bag in the SANFL as well, and for you guys, Todd Marshall coming out, and what are your thoughts there, my man?
Well, he did sort of the Grandpa Simpson. He was in the side and we came out within a quarter and a half, so he didn't waste any time, old Toddy. But he was actually looking all right. Like, he's the whipping boy for Port fans at the moment, which is unfortunate, but there was always a whipping boy. But I don't mind the Ryan Burton choice. Obviously, junior forward, see how he goes. Probably a similar style to Marshall. But our forward line's operating well with Dixon and Radicalea. Obviously, you just need the third one in there, because no Finlayson, no Georgie, no Marshall. Next one's Ryan Burton. So, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
You don't mind it.
There's worse players they could have brought in.
Because let's see what happens. I mean, it's good that your whipping boy is now a player rather than
coach.
The coach. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Hinkley, general?
Oh, jeez. Okay. I've always been I've been an advocate, especially of late. Change would be good. He's been there for a long time. Hell, if he gets a premiership, he gets a premiership, and it's like, well, proves a fair amount of people wrong. But yeah, I once he's got to prove himself in finals. Home and away is home and away.
Yeah.
It's got to be in finals. I won't have any sort of faith until I'm seeing us playing last day in September. So that's sort of where my faith lies. It's like I've seen this story before, and I've seen it a few times.
Oh, we have too, mate. We can't.
Yeah, you enjoy that story while you're sitting on Westlake's beach.
Yeah, we suck. Oh, Westlake's Beach. No, we're Grange. We're Grange.
Grange Beach,
just,
that's right.
Just like our
Sitting
wine
on
as well.
Chardonnay.
Nice Cardi B.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. So we get to some of the selections and some of the feedback from the listeners as well. Just want to say as well, Jack Hudson is an honorary mole or troll in our Patreon chat as well.
Mole or troll?
Mole or troll, we're not sure. Patreon.com/Crowject. You can join in all the frivolity while Jack gets occasionally up and about after Port win. My God, who knows what will happen on Saturday night?
Well,
now,
here's the other thing too. I've been on here for a Showdown preview twice.
Yep.
Port have won both of them.
That's true. However, Lockie Gallant has never lost a Showdown.
Jesus Christ, there's a stat. Lockie Gallant has never lost a Showdown.
So you know what? It's going to be Leighton's wet dream. It's going to be a draw.
Yeah, oh jeez. Draw.
If it's a draw, mate.
I feel like there's more chance of the state burning down if there's a draw than if there's a winner.
Good thing it's raining.
That's always good.
Yeah, for a bit of strong undergrowth to come through. Now, if we get to some of the feedback from the listeners as well, obviously we put out the selections. We've got some here. We've got Frank Sorensky on Facebook. He said, from little things, big things grow. We're right on par for the 25-26 till. So we're on par in 23, 24.
Yep.
We've got Dylan Decane who says, hoping for another 8 Gallant this week.
Oh.
The puns are on. We've got Angie Bignell who took a screenshot of the status update that we put up about the socials and then circles Meta, of course, through their AI, etc. And some of the things that put underneath our post is what is Crom and who is Walker? There you go.
Two very important questions.
Yes. Who is Walker? Yes.
Texas Ranger.
Exactly.
Ricky Bobby's son.
Yeah. Walker said I had AIDS. Anyway, Rob Van Dyke says, Bond on Jason Horn-Francis, Fog to eat Zerk Thatcher alive. So full love that. And whatever he misses, Filthy cleans up. From by 25.
Surely Rob Van Dyke walks around going, Rob Van Dyke, like Rob Van Dam.
Oh, jeez.
I really
was Rob. I know you listened, so. Chris Solomon.
Let me know your thoughts, Rob.
Yeah, let me know your thoughts. 131060. Call them. Right,
yes.
Actually, you know what? Give us a call anytime. 82465498. You know, even Jack, this, if you're listening on Friday morning while driving to work and you're thinking to yourself, my God, I missed some jokes there. Just give yourself a call, 82465498, and just tell yourself how much you fucked up. Because I do that from time to time.
That's always good.
Yeah, that's pretty sad, actually. Chris Solomon with the boomer post of Go Crows, bring on a power outage. Oh, here we go.
Oh, I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah. And if we go over to the cesspool that is the platform formerly known as Twitter, we've got Colin, who's had 6 vaccinations, and hashtag enough is enough next to a candle. I can't explain that. Makes sense. Murphy must be the sub. Shrug. Who knew?
Has he been the sub this year, Murph?
Not sure.
Well,
might be doing stock take
now, is he?
Yeah, might be doing stock take of Cromania. Who knows?
Oh, yes, nice.
Aussie Dave, at Aussie_Dave74 says, another game lost at the selection table.
Won last week.
Okay.
What are you talking about, Dave?
Yeah, no, I don't know. So we also went on to Instagram stories, and we did ask, give us a prediction or anything else like that. So we've got a friend of the pod on Patreon, Sam Curtis, a.k.a. KJ_Scoobs. He said, record for number of hubcaps signed in a single day will be smashed. Now, that comes from the meme in 2015 from Port Adelaide Football Club, who put up a photo of someone who got their, I think it was a hubcap for a VX Commodore from looking at it. It looked like a good 15-inch rim. But look, whether he took it from the car park or he took it off himself and put it in the dishwasher, I don't know. But he looked like he had a great time. So
everyone was having fun. I think that should be a tradition for Showdown. Just get the hubcap sign.
Well, as long as you're throwing a hubcap onto the ground rather than a banana, so that's a good thing.
That
but anyway,
would be an improvement. Depends what it hits.
Whose feet it lands at. I mean, if Charlie Dixon's into cars, if you throw a hubcap at Charlie Dixon, is that sort of triggering?
I wondered that. Well, I should ask him.
Maybe if it's a Ford hubcap, because he's a Holden man. Anyway.
Well, let's just hope the hubcaps don't end up like the ones in Twister, where it just smacks the poor bloke in the head. There you go. There's a niche movie reference for you.
Have you seen the new Twisters?
No, not yet. I'm very excited to see the new one.
Okay, story time, right?
Don't tell me.
No. This isn't giving away a thing. Going to see it with my wife, who's from Arkansas, makes it difficult because one, she points out all the flaws, as in it would be raining if we were that close to a Twister, an EF4, 5. Okay, no worries. But then when they there's a point, and it's at the start of the movie, where they say, "Oh no, what?" And you see all these hillbillies in their trucks and everything drove there. Tornado chases from Arkansas, and Miranda visibly cringed in the chair as we're in the cinema. She's the only person who's like everyone else, it's Australia, they're like, oh, yeah. Cool. And she's like, oh no, the shame. Like, it's just hilarious. It's Twister.
Fantastic.
I can say as well, Twisters is it's a good popcorn movie, like Independence Day, like the original Independence Day. You watch it now, and you're just like, it's not good. But if you were to watch it in a cinema, with a big fuck off popcorn, So anyway, fuck yeah,
give me some fucking tornadoes.
Yeah, give me naders. Yeah. Justin Chicken Cummings, friend of the pod and Patreon, has written in fog and filth combined for 8. Port shit the bed again. Cooper Heine has said Soligo to win back-to-back Showdown medals.
He was very good last Showdown. He was probably the only player on the field who was any good.
Yeah.
That was a shit game of football. The best bit about that last Showdown was the bloke kicking into the basketball hoop at 3/4 time.
Yes, that's right.
That was good.
Everything about that game, everything went right.
Oh, yeah. Balls bouncing up out of your ass.
Balls out of your ass. Okay, that's the title of the pod. Balls out of your ass. I better write that down.
Write that down. That's good.
Jas Bass has said, Curtin leading goal kicker with 6. And you've kicked his first one in the last game, but I guess finally he got a full game, so that's good. Alexandra MW, this is a fun one. Jimmy Rowe to come back from the dead and kick a goal after the siren. My condolences to the Rowe family. Didn't know that, but I'm pretty sure he got selected for Woodville West Torrens on the weekend. So
does the lights go out and the Undertaker's gong come out if he rolls out on the field? Like, surely. It's like, the pop would be nuts. Everyone would have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
I'd vibe with that. I'll get around that. Apart from the whole kick after the siren bullshit. Let's get rid of that. We'll get smart.
Oh, yeah. That just triggers you, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're going to get to some of the news as well. The AFL Women's, they're playing their practice match versus Carlton as well this weekend on Sunday at 1 p.m. at Unley Oval after they had their practice showdown last week. Beat you guys by 30-odd points off the top of my head up in Port Augusta as well.
Yeah, we love a practice showdown, don't we?
Yeah.
So sick of them.
I reckon they should bring back the 2012 showdown. Remember the pre-season thing where it was like a round robin? It was like Adelaide, Port Adelaide,
that was
and
weird.
West Coast or something. It was like,
I remember being irrationally angry at losing that. I don't know why.
Because you're
teen
a Port
angst.
fan. Yeah,
Yeah.
teen angst. Oh, that too. Yeah.
Mm.
I was there, and I was like thinking, God, it's hot. Like,
That's what it's funny because you mentioned pre-season ones. I think we beat you guys a couple of years before. Cam Hitchcock took a hanger in the square, and you can see some dickhead in the crowd behind there in the Port Adelaide 2008-2009 Dolphin Guernsey celebrating like they just won the grand final. Mwah. I didn't know how to take NAB Cup not seriously.
Layden, if you're listening, you've got to find that footy.
Yeah, please do. I had that recorded on Foxtel Go for so long.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Now, the other thing as well, Filthy's doing a fundraiser as well for fundraiser, for shaving his beard. We donated $119 as well to that. Thank you to everyone. If I could get my hand right. Yeah, there we go. For that one too.
Would applaud you, but fuck that number.
Oh, well, that's what you get for shitting the bed.
Yeah, well, get that big jobs.
Yeah, don't worry. We can talk about whose team sucks more. You know what?
Yeah, that's a real good debate. I loved that Showdown. We're both out of finals. Like,
well,
no, we suck more. We're shit. We do shit better.
We suck too. Yeah. Look, I think it's going to be an interesting time this week because of everything that's happening, and we've got the SANFL game as well. Before I mention that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That is the curtain raiser too. That is the baby showdown, if you want to call it. Now, what's your thoughts on Port Adelaide leading the charge to get into the AFL reserves and saying F you to SANFL despite SANFL bailing them out?
Nah, get them out. Get out of that shit comp. Yeah, get out of it. We're dragging you with us again, just like we did dragging you kicking and screaming out of Footy Park. It's like, come on, you're coming to the city with us. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it.
I love it. I love it.
It's much better in the city. There's no smelly swamp.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, this AFL game is happening before the main game too. The Crows are just a percentage outside the top 5 as well, so you know what that means. Port are going to smack us because we do not want to play for it.
It's always weird how that happens because I still remember, I think it was a couple of years ago, like working the SANFL Showdown, and it was a genuine crime of a game. Like, it was just utter crap. Like, and I think we ended up winning by about 8 points, and like you guys were like second or something. I think it stopped you winning the minor premiership, actually. Didn't make any sense.
That's the way.
For those SANFL conspiracy theorists, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, if you think Essendon are really good at edging, the Crows are really good at edging our fans. So, nothing sus.
Yeah, allergic to winning prelims in the SANFL.
Damn straight. We will not do it. As long as Billy Frampton's flipping someone off in the crowd, that's what we want.
Big Bill! Yes.
Oh, man. So, if you're going to the game, get down for that as well. But look, how about, let's buy the bullet. Let's get to selections. Pick who's going to win. Head to our socials as well, and you can see the winners there too. And a big thank you to our patrons too. And then we're going to get
we've already done selections, Pete.
No. Sorry. As in, I can't think. All right. Well, I've had like 3 of these. I've had some cheese. I'm out of cheese now because I've been waiting for you. Anyway, head over to YouTube. You can see an empty bowl of cheese. But we'll get to our favourite memories as well from a showdown point of view, and go from there. So, Jack, I want to hear from you. Who wins, how much, and let's go for most meters gained.
Jesus Christ. Most meters gained, Dan Houston.
Okay.
I think it's either him or Farrell, I reckon. I'll say we win. It'll be stupid of me not to, just like this. And 15 points.
15? Okay. Even 15. I think it's going to be a... Look, I've said before, and you called me this morning, and I did say it's either going to be a bloodbath or like it's going to be super duper close. I'm going to say it's going to be a draw.
Oh,
flat.
My God. Flat draw, yes.
Flat draw. Like, it's going to be a sloppy flat draw. You've had Rochelle come out, say all of his words and everything else like that, and joke around on Instant saying it was just a joke, calm down. I mean, he said on 5AA anyway. So, I think he said on Nova as well, too. So, it's been everywhere.
I think double down.
Yeah, but I think, I'm going to go for a flat draw, and I'm going to say leading the meters gain. I'm going to go obscure with Max Michaelini, because I think it's going to be bouncing out of your defence a lot.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Notoriously fast forward line.
Yeah, we'll just kick it to your defence anyway, so we'll just go back.
I'm shattered Chase Jones isn't playing. I loved when he laced out a leader in that showdown.
That was a 2021 one
yeah.
from memory.
Yeah.
It's just God, he's got like 12 intercept marks because he's just like directly to him. He just put his arms up and was just, we got the Sharon again. Oh my God. All right. So head to our socials as well, and you can, if you pick nearest the pin, you can get yourself some merch there too.
Merch.
Now, we love merch. Merch good. Now, I just want to be clear, Jack, you mentioned the 2018 Showdown, correct? Is that the one that you want to go through?
Yeah, I've got a couple, but yeah, 18, definitely recency bias.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, just bear with me while I share this, but what was your first, just while I get this ready, what was your memories of your first Showdown?
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm trying to think of what my first one was. I reckon it was the first one in 2004 when I think the Crows broke the streak.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I remember absolutely walking out in tears, which checks out. I think my grandparents didn't let me go to the 2002 one and 2003 because I was only 7 and 8. So, yeah, definitely avoided that. But I remember the 2004 one. And I also remember the 2005 one with the Heritage Guernseys and then the semi-final. So my first 3 showdowns were losses. And that semi-final, that was the last time I ever left a game early. And that was at 3/4 time.
Wow. Goodness.
Sucked.
Yeah, my first showdown was the 06 showdown with Trent Henschel. That was pretty bloody sad, but also experiencing the poor outer with my younger sister was it was my first
experience.
Yeah, not a good one. Like genuinely quite scary. So anyway, let's get on to brighter things. So we're just going to play this one, and we're just going to talk our way through, what we were thinking at the time and everything else like that. Obviously, it's the last 2 minutes. So we'll go from there. Just go down a little bit.
Can he be big in this moment? Such a beautiful.
At this point, we'll get to mine. Okay. Now, I want to be clear about this one, though, my friend. This was one that I was not at. Okay. Every good, amazing showdown and every huge Crows win, guess what? Peter ain't fucking there. You know why? Because immune system built like a potato. So what can you do? Now, let's get to this one and get to that one and share. Oh, you know where we're going.
I hate this.
You know where we're going, Jack.
I hate this game
of course,
so much.
This is round 3, 2022. Also known as the who can shit the bed round, because what you guys...
We hadn't won a game.
Yeah, neither had we. So real race at the bottom, and look, 72 to 91 at one point. So now I know this is for 5 minutes, and we can speed up at any point. You let me know. We're not speeding up all the way to the end. Deal with it. Van Burlo going off. Like, I love watching the crowd in the background too, because I think this wasn't this the week where your mob were going on and on about was that the Ryan Burden, we just hate them, that sort of thing?
I'm not sure if it was Birdo. There was always, I think, past 3 ones we've done now. I don't even think we did it for the Dawson one, but I remember, like, I literally got up out of my seat, I laughed, and I walked out. Because I was in Port Adelaide Polo, so I wasn't going to the press conferences because I just worked for the club.
Yep.
So I just went, just walked out, walked to my car, sat there for about 30 seconds, and I've just gone, at the top of my lungs, that dead set windows up, everyone would have still heard me.
Yeah.
And then I rang my parents in an absolute rage, just going, this fucking shit club, fuck this, fuck that, just... absolute tangent, So
yeah.
Get the filter out because I was going ham. I was that angry. And I was just like, yeah. And then I remember just debriefing it. I hated that shit. That was painful one. Like the Jenkins post hurt because that's our own doing. Like Wines decided to snap a bloody ball from 20 metres out and then kick the belly of the fucking thing. Then
that's right.
The Phil Walsh one I don't feel that bad about because it was a cracking game of football. Probably the best showdown ever played.
I reckon that was one of the best games ever at Adelaide Oval.
Yes, I reckon so.
Pure. I think the fact that you guys came back so close
to... like 6 goals at 3/4 time.
Yeah. And I think going back to that one, that 2015 one, I actually, reflecting on everything that happened with Phil Walsh's passing and everything else like that, I feel like the thing that got lost a little bit was how much it affected
Both clubs. Yep.
Yeah. And it's not me trying to, revisionist history, but like genuinely, I felt like a lot of the focus was on the fact that he was a head coach at Adelaide Crows, but he had spent so much time at Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
Too. So, and I think that was not ignored, but, sort of brushed aside a little bit.
Yeah, brushed aside is probably the perfect term for it. It was, I still remember it was the weirdest week ever, because it was like, obviously footy was put aside and all that, and that was the weird thing, even for that whole month, leading up to that showdown night, footy was put completely to the side, and it was a united front and obviously fans of all sets of supporters can do really dumb things, and I think there was some booing afterwards, for the medals.
That's right. Who won that one? Was it Thompson or?
I want to say Scott Thompson.
Yeah,
I Scott Thompson. Because I reckon Tex was captain at the point, so he would have gone up to get the trophy, and I reckon that's. But I think a lot of supporters directed their booing towards the umpires as well. I don't know. I can't remember why, but I remember that being a particular reason. But still, the timing of it was awful. And it was just not the time for it. Like, it was an amazing game of football. Amazing game of football. And that's one showdown that we lost. I wouldn't have a problem with watching back going, just admiring what it was. Yeah, so, it was Scott Thompson that won that one. Yes.
I think it was also, wasn't it Phil Walsh's daughter?
Yep, that presented the medal.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's right.
I still maintain that the medal should have been renamed after him permanently.
I agree.
Don't know what happened with that. But anyway,
there's a level of pettiness that I think happens across both clubs as well. I mean, the fact that you guys get so wound up about wearing your bloody prison bar Guernsey, and every single time it happens, I mean, most of the time, you shit the bed. Like, let's be honest, the 2020 showdown definitely did not shit the bed.
See, that experience, and I was lucky enough to go.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah, that's right.
That was surreal to be, obviously, everything that had happened. Like, that week, on a personal standpoint, was a very tough one. Like,
I remember,
so my job at News Corp was gone.
That's right.
My father-in-law was quite sick, and then I found out that my childhood best mate had passed away. Like, and that happened months early, but I only just found out. I remember, and I'll always thank, from the News Corp office, I always thank Tommy Good for being one of the best blokes ever. I said, I've got tickets. I was on the shift that night to work. He's like, mate, go to the game. You've had a shit of a week. Go. We'll cover what you need to do. And that was one of the most surreal things to go to. Like, sitting 3 seats apart from my wife, sitting in the red seats around Adelaide Oval, just watching this. It would have been weird being a Crows fan. I think there was only 50 allowed in because it was a Port home game.
Yeah, I remember that. And it was...
And they were right at the top. Top of the Riverbank stand.
And I think we kicked the first goal from memory.
Two.
Which is, as soon as we kicked the first two, this is not a joke, I said, oh my God, it's like 2017 grand final again. Yeah, it bloody happened. Because it was just like, we kicked the first two. Yeah, shit.
I always be spiteful over the fact that it was a shorter game, because that would have been the first ever 100-point drubbing in a showdown. It would have been made comfortably.
Yeah. I mean...
you get that with the big jobs.
I don't know how to feel about that whole 2020 year. The fact that we had a wooden spoon in that, and that's not me like saying it wasn't a wooden spoon, but like in the sense of like with everything that occurred, it's such a destabilizer that can you carry anything from? I mean, even you guys, losing a prelim 46-40, I think, from memory. And
the Richmond one. Yep.
Yeah. But like in the sense of like it's shorter quarters, that sort of thing, attrition, there's so many things going into
it. It was a quicker game. Like,
yeah,
we knew how much of a margin a goal was in that match. Like, Dixon put us in front early in that final quarter, having that 2-goal buffer, and then it was back to a goal for so long.
Didn't Dersma stuff up or something like that with the
second quarter? Dropped a mark. Dropped a chest mark. That sucked.
Yeah.
It's like it's some sort of therapy I'm going through right now.
That's what I'm good for. Well, like I said, it's a race to the bottom for who can suck the most. But the only thing that we know of what the Crows are good at doing is buying donuts. Because I tell you what, cannot find a fucking Crow's donut anyway, even though the red icing tastes like shit. But so does a teal one.
This is the funny thing, and I actually put that in the Patreon chat before. I was like, the Crow donuts are actually more appealing because they're red. Who wants a muted teal donut? Like, really? It's like, what the... Like, red, you go, oh, yeah, it's going to have some sort of element of raspberry, strawberry, or something like that. It's like, what the fuck does teal taste like?
You know what? Like, just if you think about Port Power when it came through, and just the thing, the branding of it, mid-90s was teal everywhere. Like Carolina Panthers as well was, and Jacksonville Jaguars, they were teal as well. I don't know whether someone was, selling a whole bunch of dye somewhere in China. It was just like, fuck it, teal everywhere. Like, it was just weird. So it's not, I hate the teal colour, just like, not because it's Port Power, just generally, it's just not great. It's like for me, I'm so happy my wife's from Arkansas, because seriously, if she was like from Tennessee or something and it was like a bright orange thing, I'd stick out like a bloody pimple. Like, it's not good. So at least I'm glad it's red, but I just, it's not yuck.
Yeah, teal makes you stand there like dog's balls too. Like, look at this thing.
I know. Yeah, with the thunder power as well.
I feel like a bit of Hubba Bubba.
Thunder Power as well, I think, is a better mascot than Claude the Crow.
Claude? Where did the name Claude come from, by the way?
I don't know.
Yeah. Thunder Power is obviously much more, he's a menacing sort of thing. He's just got a lightning bolt for a head.
Yeah. Claude the Crow, why?
Origin story.
Yeah.
Get on that, Marvel.
Apparently, it was a character from Countdown or something. No, I don't know.
Right, okay. Right,
Oh my God, I just typed into Google. The first thing they said, why the Adelaide Crows called Crom? It's all happening.
Look at the revolution you lot have started.
Oh, God. How did we do it? Hey, it was you guys on Inner Sanctum that pushed it as well, so thank you for that.
Yeah, that did get a lot of clicks every now and then. It was real good.
Yeah. Every now and then. Yeah, when I'm going for another advertising juggernaut, it's just like, oh, have a look at that. Still doesn't make sense. Anyway.
It's funny with this onesie too. So my son is 14, 15 months old, and so on this thing there's this like little patch with the Port logo. So he likes just pushing it, and I'm like expecting like a sound to come out. So I just go power, power. So he says power, power. So I've got that boy brainwashed.
Well, that's a key. I think George is the same too, but it sort of does help that I think she's progressively bullied all of her 4-year-old friends at the ELC, who are all Power fans.
Nice.
Like, genuinely, like, one of the parents came and said, oh, so your daughter really likes the Crows? I'm like, not really. Like, in the sense of, like, she doesn't like going to games. But she said she was going to push my daughter over if she didn't go for the Crows. And I'm like,
oh, that's good.
That's aggressive marketing. That's guerrilla tactics. You better get your toddler membership.
Yeah, dead set. You sign up now. You put pen to paper on that e-signature, or else you're going down the playground.
Yeah, with a crayon. No pen. Don't have a pen license yet.
Yeah, no pen. I never got mine. Never got my pen license.
Neither did I. I've been writing disqualified for many years now.
Yeah, no, come after us, say Paul. Jesus Christ.
Oh, let's get out of here. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Jack. Yeah,
no
thanks
worries.
To me, I guess. I don't know. All right. Cool.
Always a pleasure, everyone.
Oh, good. We